Scheffler, on the wings of a recent eagle, joins Colin Morikawa at -6 through 14 holes of this 88th Masters. Max Homa one back at -5. Ludwig Oberg at -4, playing some great golf, but 2 recent bogeys has his attention.
Sneeze attack. What do we got? 6, Saturday 12. Normal, calm.
You like this play? Electing to putt from back there, Smiley?
Yes, he's been able to judge these very well today. It's a right to left putt. He gets deceptively quick past the hole, but oh. Look at that, the power whip out on the right side.
I was just getting out of my seat. And then almost picked up speed coming off that lip. Good effort there from Pavone. 4 birdies, 12 bogeys. This is a great view as we move around the 16th to Oberg's tee shot, just off the putting surface. He's got just under 20 feet.
It gets really fast past this hole. That's the only danger in this putt, but you could easily make this.
Good roll at it.
Come on,
like
bird
said,
sounds.
Smiley, it'll be nice to quiet down the bogey train here and hopefully get things done with a tap-in 3 for Oberg. First, Pavone will line up his par putt.
That's not good.
His putting technique, boy, that could help a lot of people with putting woes. Kind of a splint style. Dead center. That's a good 3 for Matthew Pavone here at Redbud, the par 3 16th.
I like when players play to the characteristics of their golf swings with their putting. Flat lead wrist, plays a with his full swing, fader of the golf ball. Similar to Bryson DeChambeau, how stiff he looks over the golf ball when he hits the drive. But his putting exactly the same, really stiff, long arms.
Yeah, very upright. All right, so much for those bogeys. We've got a par here at the 16th. Oberg remains at -4. A couple chances still ahead of him as he and Pavone head to the 17th. Let's take a closer look at the par 4 17th.
The second hardest hole today, Brian. It's a narrow one, very similar to the 7th, in which you just have to hit this fairway. Being the fairway gives you an opportunity, especially downwind, to maybe hit a wedge to get close to this bend, but still the greens are so firm that anything 20 feet long and right is the best place to putt from. Left and short, gonna be a tough up and down. Tiger Woods played it out to the right when he got it out of position and pitched to 6 or so feet and missed the putt. Only 3 birdies today.
Playing as the second toughest hole. Playing like a par 4.5 here. A half a stroke over par is the field average. And part of the challenge here is players tend to miss down the right side, and the ground just sort of tumbles away from you a bit. So we'll see.
You might have done that
Oberg and
on the
Pavone
first
can
hole.
find the center.
Wow. That would be bad. We did that on the first fucking hole with 3-5. That's great. That's great. That's a great thing to get your head early. That's the day it's going to be right there. I don't like playing on the weekends. Let's see.
Pavone, that right tee marker, is keeping an eye on his golf ball.
He's been using that as a bit of a training aid, so to speak, just to force his path. So you got to make sure you keep it to the inside of that. Oberg looks like he's possibly choosing less than driver here. Yeah, that ball speed indicates this was not a driver. He went to the 3-wood, helped him curve it into the fairway. A smart shot, good play. Playing within himself as they head to the 17th. We'll remind you to unlock exclusive content with the Masters Video Vault. Visit masters.com to watch official films, original series, final round replays, and more.
Looking at the leaderboard,
Come back, you know.
Scotty Scheffler, Morikawa 6 under par. It's a game that all these players are playing. What is the winning score going to be? I think they're all focused on playing just one shot at a time because of how difficult each shot and how demanding Augusta National has been over the first 3 days. Hard to see this thing getting into double figures, but who knows?
Colin Morikawa,
fucking garbage.
14 holes today. He's at -6, tied with Scotty Scheffler, who was even on his round today. Smith, Cam Young, Xander, Fleetwood, Cam Davis, 3 Cams there at -2.
Don't you just get the feeling that Xander Schauffele has just been lurking the entire week?
He's played very patiently, and as you mentioned earlier, no one is running away with this. He's in good position.
The greens will still remain firm, but a little bit less wind projected for tomorrow's forecast. Could Xander run into 6 or 7 birdies tomorrow and win going away? Potentially
Shouldn't be
so.
bad.
It's a virtual look at the drives of our featured group on the par 4 17.
Bad today.
302 from Oberg with a 3-wood, I'll remind you. 297 from Pavone, both players in good position here at the par 4 17th. Smiley, this hole location is a challenge. Just beyond that fronting bunker, just distance control has to be perfect.
It's brutal. I mean, there's a slight subtle slope just short and left that propels balls towards the back half and the right side of the green. So you would like to be putting from the right side. That is where the uphill putt is, but the problem is the greens are so firm. And if you happen to pull it, it gets on the left side of the green. It ends up similar to where the hole location was yesterday in round 2 in the back left portion.
Few easy
That
ones I
turns
missed.
into a very tricky 2-putt. But I think the thing that Oberg has to his advantage is he can get it up in the air. And I think this is a time for Joe Scavern to understand what a good score is on the 17th today.
Definitely at this spot, just definitely at this moment, it's going to play like 22. I'm going to pick up the
No.
Yes.
No,
Pavone
no,
from
no,
129.
no.
Confirming strategy with Mark Sherwood as caddy. Like a good pass at it. Oh, that is brilliant.
Come on. It's going to keep trickling away, but he took the shot on, and seems like there's a little bit more room in there than we think.
Gorgeous approach from Pavone.
Only 3 birdies like we saw in round 3, and Pavone tried to add to that.
With that, anything that's but this is the right club. It's just a good solid one. Yeah, it's just a normal one. Yeah, it's just a normal one.
Playing like crap.
There's plenty of help there.
The one thing you got to take out of play is the front bunker.
From 8 paces closer than Pavone. Oberg from 121.
Oh,
That's a good shot.
That golf ball sitting in the highest point of the green, just a bit of a tug.
Well, like you said,
Par's not killing you here today.
and they didn't want to flirt with that front bunker, so that was the safe shot. Well, even in spite of a couple bogeys here in his second 9, Oberg playing fantastic golf. Looks very composed.
I wanted to go.
Important to note he had 6 consecutive top 25 finishes heading into this week. As expected, doing very well on the par 5s, although he'd like to have 15 back. Oberg at -4. And one of those in the field playing in the Masters for the very first time. Well, of all the shots into 17, Matthew Pavone, who we are following closely, wins the prize here, just 6 feet 2 inches away.
Yeah. So bad. Just so bad.
Glad we could witness that beautiful approach.
Almost missed that one. putting is not good right now.
So as Smiley mentioned, Ludwig is at one of the higher points on the putting surface here at the 17th.
What do I do with my
He's
tee?
going to have to find the right line, straddling the expected path of his ball to try and feel some of the pressure on one foot or the other. That indicates his perception of the break. Yeah, it's definitely going that way. Smiley, I don't think you're going to see much of a backswing on this putt.
It's definitely quick, and just a reminder that Rays Creek is down to the right side of the 17th green, so to big left. It's a field putt, but if you get it on line,
Nope.
you can roll it in. It's unusual how he lines his ball up
So
kind of in
terrible.
a split stance a bit.
Yeah, towards the last half of this putt especially, it should leak down to his left. Just gotta pick the right line and let it trickle.
Good putt. You can see even how much slope is around that hole as it looked to be just a tap in, but there's just so much movement around this whole location, sitting very tucked next to this little mini ridge.
Just a touch less speed, and that would have dropped.
I think we heard that roar, Brian.
Yep,
Who do you
I
think
can
that
hear
was?
it in the background. I'm guessing Scheffler. Now at -7 and alone in the lead after a birdie back at the 15th.
Come on, hurry up.
Locked in that putter handle and locked it in the bottom. Nice putt there. When you hit a shot that close, you never want to see him miss. That's a beautiful birdie.
You know, for a player that hasn't hit his iron shots as well as he would like to, I think he dialed up the best iron shot of the day at one that not many have been able to get close to the hole. So well done to try to work his way back closer to even par on the day, sitting at +2 on his round.
It's hard to say what will happen with the players behind this featured group, but you get within 5 or 6, you're still very much in the ball game here. Great 2-putt there from Ludwig Oberg.
Doesn't help that Scotty Scheffler remembered that he was Scotty Scheffler on the second 9 with an eagle and a birdie on the par 5s, which is what has been missing kind of in this Masters is the roars of big time putts, and we've heard it in our ears on the second 9.
Here's a closer look at the hole coming up for our featured group, the final hole of Augusta National Golf Club, the 18th.
And this is Holly playing through the chute. Have to avoid the fairway bunkers on the left. But if you do, you have an opportunity to challenge what I think to be the most difficult hole location on this green, tucked behind that green side bunker on the right, which is a most likely bogey if you try to challenge it and end up in that spot. The left side of the green works away, as we know, in the ridge. It's just short of where the players are going to be trying to land their golf ball, but first and foremost, hit it through a hallway.
Yeah, that is a tight little tunnel there. We've seen it for decades, and it's quite a challenging tee shot.
Toughest hole on the golf course.
It's just Augusta National saying, stay focused. You've got one more key tee shot here. Got to thread the needle here at the 18th.
And I like everything that Oberg has done in his preparation for this week. He's come early, understands the golf course. He is a veteran caddy, trying to get himself in a situation to be prepared to win when he has the opportunity. And even playing with veteran players that have been around this place, like Rory McIlroy played 9 holes on Tuesday afternoon with him on the back nine, picking his brain as much as a player will give, but still good to see a player understanding the opportunities that could be in front of him. Which
Very
are
smart.
right
Very
there.
smart. When you came here as a competitor, and you remember the practice rounds, and who did you get the
So
opportunity
bad.
to play with?
That's a great
I got
question.
shit I can do at
I
work.
don't even remember who I played with in practice rounds. There were 9 holers. I remember that because I felt like my game plan was all set, felt prepared, and just get a feel for the speed of the greens. And I feel like the players this week, all the preparation that they did helped, but it didn't matter when you get out in 25-mile-an-hour gusty, windy conditions. I feel like this Saturday round's been a little closer to maybe what they experienced in their preparation.
Yeah, the practice rounds can only help so much. You never can really prepare for a tournament round until you're in it. And of course, we had some added challenge from Mother Nature this week. Some rain and some heavy winds and gusts. Not the case right now. The wind has calmed down a little bit, and there is not a cloud in the sky. Just a beautiful finish to this 3rd round coming up later this afternoon.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Matthew Pavone teeing his
Figure out how
ball
we
up
can
on
miss
the
this
tee
one.
marker on the right side of the tee,
Yeah,
right on top of it.
he's been doing that quite a bit, and I think it's the perfect tee shot for it. He's going to want to peel it down the left side back into play, and ideally avoid those fairway bunkers down the left side.
I can tell you that he would much rather have a right to left wind with being a fader of the ball, where he doesn't have to worry about that leaning tree that's poking out, trying to catch a foul ball.
Yeah, when you curve the ball, and this is where I would say this is an advantage to Oberg, who just seems to have no side spin on his tee shots at all. Just smokes it right down the middle, and Pavone, as we know, likes to have that peeling ball flight, and that really narrows the tunnel here at 18.
It's an advantage a lot of places on this golf course. When you think about it, the 7th hole, 17, 18, when you can hit it very straight, helps a ton. 13 as well can catch balls if you try to hit too big of a fade up the left side.
Some of the many great traditions here. We just took a look at that iconic leaderboard that is still updated by hand. Volunteers up there changing the numbers on that board, and the patrons just reacting to all the action across the golf course. There it is again, a little throwback, a little old school, and boy is that fun. It just keeps the excitement for everyone
Damn it.
up toward the clubhouse. The first tee, the 10th tee. So many patrons have that in view, and they can keep track of everything that's happening on the golf course. See those numbers for Scheffler there changing quite a bit.
There he goes. Got the toe of his driver on that tee marker.
Yeah, if you're a player with a slice, do not try this at home, but it's working for Pavone. Well, using that
so
right
many
tee marker as a guide has
Overshooting
helped
so
Pavone
many of
here at
those
the 18th.
lately.
He's safely in the fairway. Great position.
Has really driven it well after getting off to a shaky start with the driver. Right around 300 yards, maybe just a tick less to that first fairway bunker. So definitely in play for Ludwig.
Look at that. absolutely beautiful. 182 miles an hour.
Pulled it,
Ball speed,
pulled it, pulled it.
11 feet of curve.
So bad.
Textbook drive for
Be like a
Ludwig
-20.
Oberg. Get your junior into the game? Go to drivechipandputt.com to learn more. Morikawa just one behind Scotty Scheffler, who is now at -7, 1 under on his round today. Making a nice comeback after going to +2 on his round earlier. He is back in the driver's seat. Cam Young and Tommy Fleetwood among those at -2. Hard to believe Cam Young's still looking for his first victory on the PGA Tour. He's been very close, and very close in majors. Just a matter of time for that young man. McIlroy with a 71.
Where are you going?
He's at +3. So we're watching the leaderboard, and Scheffler in great position. I wanted to ask you, Smiley, are you one of those players who used to track what was happening with your fellow competitors throughout the course of a round?
Absolutely. I feel like it's just a good barometer of how difficult the golf course is playing, keeping in touch with where the lead is, especially for any of these players that we see on the second panel of the leaderboard, because you don't want to get too many shots back. And it feels like Scotty finally has said there was an opportunity there to run away from me, but he has rebounded, and who knows if anybody will catch him again.
Well, we see Højgaard there among those at -2, and things have changed drastically for him. 34 in his first 9 and a birdie at the 10th, and boy did things change after that. 5 straight bogeys, and Højgaard is a bit off guard at the moment.
I can tell you that the leaderboard that he would have saw was to the left of the 11th green, and may have saw his name at the top of the leaderboard, and who knows if he did or didn't, but I have to wonder if winning the Masters came into his mind, and within an hour finds himself 5 shots back of the lead and 2 over par in his round.
That is very interesting perspective. Playing so well in that birdie at 10, and then perhaps a glance over to see your name up top.
It almost can surprise you at times
Sure, why not?
when you're just going about your business, hitting all the shots, playing well, haven't been really a part of the story until you are.
Well, I know that comes from experience. You have been atop leaderboards yourself, my friend. A victory on the PGA Tour and some incredible success here, but it's tough for these guys heading into the final round being in that top spot.
Definitely so, but the top page of the leaderboard right now has just superstars: Scheffler, Morikawa, GSPro, Homa, Oberg, and Schauffele, Cameron Young, Tommy Fleetwood. These are all players that are proven, maybe not major championship winners yet, but they played in some big time golf events and know how to handle those nerves, but still doesn't get any easier knowing that you're trying to tackle somebody like Scotty Scheffler.
Oberg and Pavone in great position here at the 18th, and while they check some yardages, I wanted to ask you this too, Smiley. With all the different opportunities to consume content and to view and enjoy the Masters these days, how common is it for competitors to watch what's unfolding before their tee time comes up?
I think it's extremely smart too, especially when some of these players are going to be teeing off close to 2-3 o'clock tomorrow. The first tee time today was at 9:30, so it's an opportunity to watch featured group coverage 4, 5, and 6, players do it, caddies do it fairly religiously on the PGA Tour, watching featured group coverage, because why wouldn't you? It's just a answer of the test before you get there.
A great opportunity. So players taking advantage of all these wonderful platforms to watch the Masters tournament.
And I think too, these caddies are so well informed with data, stats, understanding what the percentages are, and that's what they're playing off of to these whole locations. It's not just a feel. I mean, there is a feel involved with playing to certain parts of the area, but they use data as their guide on when to be aggressive, when to be passive. You know where to miss it around here, but still, you got to rely a little bit on statistics when it comes to a whole location like this at 18. It's got to be a red flag in your brain that you can't go at this. You got to give yourself 15, 20 feet, or in the case of Tyrrell Hatton, give yourself 30 feet and try not to four putt.
It doesn't take much, does it? You used the analogy of an examination, studying for the test, getting the answers early, and every little edge can help. Beautiful look at the virtual positions of Pavone and Oberg.
Oh no.
Both players with
Stop.
about 163 to the whole location.
Stop.
Okay.
I think you can add about 8 to 10 yards of elevation as well.
You like starting this at the tower?
Oh boy.
That's right where he did.
Did he use enough club?
Oh, how about this?
Wow.
The shots he's hit into 17 and 18, just beauties.
How about that? Pavone kind of buckled down here in the last few holes.
Not a surprise that he hit that close. It fits his shot shape perfectly, and obviously had a perfect club as well.
All right, let's get them all.
Now,
Birdie them
Oberg,
all, damn it.
his last approach of the third round. Similar starting line, not quite as much curve.
That is exactly what he was trying to do. What an opportunity to potentially roll in a 12-foot putt at 18 to
23 and a
post
half.
5 under and only 2 back of the current lead of Scotty Scheffler.
Well, our featured group dialed up 2
bogey 'em
beautiful
all.
approach shots here at the 18th as the shadows lengthen in the third round of this 88th Masters. Well, the conditions here absolutely pristine. And it's always a nicer walk when you know you've hit a beautiful shot in there at 18.
Nope,
This
that's
is
water. That's
one of
water.
those walks these players will always remember. Both playing in their first Masters.
Just fucking drop it.
And some nice respect from the patrons here. Oberg 2 under to this point on his round. See DeChambeau heading in the other direction. +4 on his round through 15 today. He's now at -3. Scheffler at -7, but no one has really run away from this. A lot of players still very, very much in contention. It's going to be a very exciting final round tomorrow.
Nope.
Looks like Ludwig is going to be first. And there must be some interesting movement around where this hole is cut. Hatton getting confused from 3.5 feet, and then also up the hill
All
from
right,
8
that's
feet.
enough.
So there's something that the
That's
players
enough,
aren't
that's enough,
seeing.
that's
We're talking
enough, that's
about
enough.
Hatton, one of the best putters in the world, 4 putting from what seemed to be a pretty easy 2-putt. Joe Scott
Bury 'em
helping
all.
Ludwig with the read as well. Has to be a little left to right in this, using the aim point express.
Here we see Oberg looking up and down, making sure he's got it lined up properly. He straddles the line early on in his process just to try and feel the weight one side or the other. Aim point express seems to be more and more popular these days, helping players lock in on the line.
That's a disappointing par if you could ever say it. I know it's the hardest hole on the golf course, but still a pretty solid round of golf. It could have been something really special that just kind of got away on them in the last 5 holes a bit.
Yep, a couple bogeys and a couple missed opportunities in the second 9, but nevertheless, a 2-under score of 70 for Oberg in his 3rd round, and he's in solid position. Currently just 3 back of Scotty Scheffler.
Scoring average today is 74.5. So eclipsing that by 4.5 strokes. But still, they're going to be slightly kicking themselves.
Stream died over here. Fuck. I'm still streaming. Hell yeah. it off the air?
Is it done? Oh, it's the feature groups. Damn it. Where's the mouse at? I want something else. I want something else. God damn it. Feature group plus. The fuck sign in. Fuck you. The fuck is that all about? Broadcast. Fucking sign in.
And to 18.
Co-leader being recognized.
God fucking damn it.
He's already. Not sure he's aware, but
Alright, what am I
all
doing here?
kinds of certain trigger points that have held true through the years. One of them, if you want to win the green jacket, is it really helps to be in that final pairing, obviously. But to tell you how big it is that every year since 2014, except once, Danny Willett 16, every year the winner has come out of the final pairing.
That's exactly right. And what did it take from Danny Willett? It took a bogey-free 67 on that Sunday.
Here are his two wins. The Wanamaker, the lid came off during the presentation. It was the only thing that kind of rattled him all day, as he overtook a crowded,
Not good enough.
prestigious group of contenders to take the title there.
And he's proven that he can have success here with 2 top 10s in the last 2 years.
Scheffler's on the tee at 18, tied with Colin. That is a beauty. Some more
Oh,
Colin.
thank God it's over. Holy shit, what a round. I haven't played this bad in a long
Green to
time.
work with.
Slight downslope.
All kinds of room here to run it across. Oh, is that good? Gorgeous shot.
Keep an eye on the contact right here. You see he's got the weight forward because of the downslope. Perfect.
At 16.
And DeChambeau. Oh, not only have the wheels come off,
Good.
the rims have followed. Drops back to 2. And we go to 18.
Davis.
How good was that touch?
Each one over 73. Got off to a good start today. 2 under par right now. Davis, he's tied for 5th.
I still give it a chance, Jim.
And one of those again.
Pretty
is
good.
Xander
The blue
Schauffele.
one's good.
Weather's going to be better tomorrow, a
What you're
little
going
less
for is the
wind.
squares, right?
I anticipate some lower scores
Huh.
Sunday.
Oh, you know tomorrow's
Doesn't
going to
seem very
be
good.
set up for some
To me.
roars.
Oh, it's bad. There was a 3-putt involved, and yeah, 30 putts.
Right up and down.
That's too bad.
Only 1 round lower than Colin Morikawa's 69, and that was Chris Kirk.